No to kontynuujemy. Pizza Your Life. Tym razem zaczynamy od Iwana Wodowicza.
And Harry comes face to face with the devastating loss of his hairline. That's The Estate tomorrow at 8:30. But before we go live to Amy, there's just time to look forward to what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 9:30,
Muzyczka jest... można zapuścić.
which forced this year's early election. That's The Night Visitor at 9:30, poorly narrated by Patrick.
Ta droga, która teraz będzie, jest drogą polityczną.
Where he sinks his teeth into the current cost of living crisis by interviewing a multi-millionaire, a nurse, and a bin man to see who is suffering the worst. Here's a clue. It's not the millionaire. At 11:30, fasten your seatbelts as it's time for Wayne the Spirit Whistle to lead another terrifying
Life and Spooky to poprzednie DLC było.
And tonight, they'll be asking if the old brewery in Arsminster is
Yeah, I realise that, Eric, but this isn't the news, is it? We're not reacting live to the politics here. This is a...
All right, this one's going to be all politics.
Entertainment.
Jest o polityce.
Watching the politics is for lonely people who enjoy being perpetually disappointed. Personally, I'd rather take a cutthroat razor and cut the head off my... Yep, standing by. Good evening, I'm Eamon Titley. Behind me is a true TV legend, now running for Prime Minister, everyone's handiest man, Peter Clement. Now, Peter thinks he's been brought here tonight to film a special reunion episode of Just the Job, but as always, viewers...
Ogólnie podoba mi się to, jak te wszystkie drogi polityczne mają inną... Te drogi, które można zwiedzić, mają po prostu inny początek.
5, 4, 3...
When you feel lethargic and your life is monotone, I've got just the job. When the melody of life is nothing but a drone, I've got just the job. If your woofer's dusty and it just can't raise a smile, I'll modulate your flanger and I'll twiddle with your dials. Believe me, you will hit a note you've not hit in a while. That's just the job.
Thank you, girls. Cracking stuff. Good evening, friends. And yes, it's true, and I can hardly really believe it myself. We are back with a special one-off reunion episode of Just the Job. And just to be clear, it is the show that you remember. With me old sidekick, little Jimmy Chisel, some top tips on how to improve your DIY, and of course, some...
Dave's Secret Society and Cult, how can we indoctrinate you today?
Interesting. Hi, Dave, I'm...
Eric, we've met.
Have we?
Don't worry about it, I'm very forgettable.
Are you?
Not fucking likely.
Okay, hang on a minute. And stand by, Eamon. And go, Eamon. Back in a sec, Dave.
God's sake, no. It's you?
Yeah, it certainly is me.
You naughty, naughty little fucker. Sorry, Frank. Did you know about this? Look at that, but you fucking did, didn't you? Fuckers, the lot of you!
Peter, you thought you were here tonight to record a special reunion episode of Just the Job.
I can't believe this.
To jest jedna z nudniejszych
Peter
dróg.
Clement. These
sumie
are the bits of your
Polityka w
life!
końcu.
Come on, let's get you back to the studio.
You little fuckers, I'll have you! Emma, I can't bloody be bloody dancing here about all the way along. They knew.
They're all fine. This way, Peter. Mind your steps
I
there
didn't
now.
bloody know. I can't believe it. Well, listen, I'm a huge fan of your show. I think it's incredible. incredible. I never believed
Right, I'm back. Court's colder than ever.
None stare out here.
That was weird. Anyway, just a quick call to say,
Make sure I call the guests in the right order or Raymond has a wig out.
well, not the words I would have picked, but basically, yeah. That's it, yeah.
Show's in safe hands, mate.
Evidently. Oh, there's...
Eamon, bye.
yeah, bye.
That freaked him out.
Have you votes? So, Eamon, how long have you been planning this? Eamon, how long have you been planning? Eamon?
Peter Gordon Clement, you were born October 10th, 1923, in the northern town of Rotherham to Fanny and Martin Clement.
And his penis still exactly same size.
That's right. I think so. They got up at the crack of dawn to make the coach trip all the way down to the capital. It's your infamous old mam and her long-suffering husband, Fanny and Martin Clement.
He's Ivan Volgovich, ambassador of glorious Pakistan. Your cards are wrong. Oh, you dreadful man.
You tyrannical bugger!
I bring special bottle for us, but they rush me on, and so I leave backstage. You visit me at hotel. 415 Capitol Road, room 623. And we drink like naked bears.
Oh, that'll be a treat for later.
Lovely to have you both here. So tell me, what was life like for Peter growing up in the Clement house?
Like all peasant children, I imagine.
Who are you calling a peasant?
Poverty makes man. Hardship makes us hard. It's where word gets name, yes? Peter grew up in gutter.
Actually, Eamon, ours was the first household to have a television in our street.
It make him strong. And now he won't make your country strong.
No, mate. I want to make it fair.
Well, let's not wander into politics. Not that kind of show. Ivan the Irkistanian ambassador, everyone, with the first of the bits of your life.
Fajnie puściłem brawa.
You know, it don't matter if you make it fair or strong. You know, in 7 weeks' time, you'll be back at Grange, and I'll be waiting there to beat you at golf.
The Poles would say otherwise.
This is why in Irkistan, we have all posters shot. You should try it. They're always wrong anyway. Turns out nobody missed them. Very popular policy.
In 1938, you were a 15-year-old at Rotherham Elementary, but already you had quite the reputation as a ladies' man. Who's this, Peter?
Sorry we're late, love, but better late than up the duff, as they say at the docks.
Well,
It's me old mam, Eamon.
it's your childhood sweetheart, Chelsea Bond.
No, it isn't.
Let me ask you this. Oh, yeah, no, this still works, yeah. What do you think we could see in Peter way back then that could have predicted his path to household name and now aspiring Prime Minister? Oh, great, straight back into feckin' politics.
Oh, we were a lovely child. And he stood up for what was right, always. He stood up to you too when you've been a great big bully.
Boy needed toughening up. There's more to life than singing songs and making up little plays.
He couldn't stand injustice, you see. It was like a red nonce in a playgroup to him.
5, potem
He had
6.
to try and fix it.
Always sticking his nose in everyone's business.
Well, that's what you want in a leader. Someone who sees something wrong and makes it better.
Mr. and Mrs. Clement, everybody! Well, just before we bring our next guest on, we've got a classic clip from Just the Job. It's over on that monitor there,
Proszę
Peter.
ma
If you'd
znaczenia,
like
bo
to
będzie
take a look.
można to skipować na szczęście.
And that's about 2 minutes.
I'm going to take a closer look. I can't see that without my glasses.
One time, it was the height of our second run. By this time, we knew each other way too well. Anyway, we got towards the end of the show.
Everything okay?
I remember this one. LJ sulked for a week. Good choice, Eric.
Not my choice, if I'm honest. Can we reset, please?
We've seen.
Można to zeskipować na szczęście.
It's all going to be political, don't you think?
Well, the bloke's running for Prime Minister. How do you think it was going to go?
It would help if we could stick to the script.
Well, Eamon, you are managing.
10 seconds, everybody.
We're not incisors, are we?
Of course, it wasn't that funny.
Okay, we're going in 5, 4,
And I'm
3.
pretty badly allergic, so...
What fantastic memories there from one of the nation's most beloved TV shows. Now, Just the Job had 2 successful runs, of course, from 58 to 64, and again from 1972 to 1976. And across many, many of those shows, there was always one man by your side.
I may be many reprehensible things, Eamon, but I am certainly not anything as dreadful as a man.
Oh, Christ, that's Dorothy Hammond.
You called me earlier, you useless shower of soon-to-be unemployed delinquents. I will be calling Bozeman immediately after this debacle, don't you worry. Eric, have a full production team list sent to my dressing room. Petey, sweetie, I'm sorry you're having to endure this clusterfuck. Wouldn't happen on 3. Eamon, do you have a question you want me to ignore?
Well, you're certainly in a position to give us a unique insight on this bit of Peter's life. What are the differences, would you say, between the on-screen and off-screen versions of Peter Clement?
Well, that's actually a good question.
Oh, thank Christ.
There was this famous episode of Just the Job when I was just a runner. There was this old lady coming on, and her husband had recently passed on, and she wanted to finish making his last project. A shoe rack, I think.
Spice rack.
A shoe rack. Spice rack, yes, of course.
Actually, yes, we've got a bit of archive footage which shows exactly what you've just been talking about. Let's roll that there.
Sorry about my hands, love. They're so shaky these days.
Don't you worry, Pet. Let's get that stuck in that hole, shall we?
Cheeky boy. My Ernie loved to laugh.
Bit of a comedian, was he?
Oh, yeah. I always thought he'd end up on the telly. He got something in his lungs, see, in the pits.
God, that's awful, Judy.
He hated that job. Dark and sweaty and back-breaking. Not fit for a person, he'd call it. But we needed the money, so he stuck it out.
No, trzeba tak niestety kamerę przyłączyć, bo jak 10 sekund za długo to już spada oglądalność. Według mnie głupie, ale no cóż.
He stayed loyal.
Telewizja też ma swoje, że tak powiem, zasady.
When he started coughing up blood, they couldn't get rid of him quickly enough. Threw him on the slag heap. And the day he died, the very day, they cut the pension.
So we getting by, Pet?
Well, the kids are trying their best to help out. It's been easier in the summer, but winter is round the corner and...
Outrageous. No one should have to. I tell you what, Judy. I'm going to pay you that pension. I'm going to pay it out of my own pocket, and I'm going to keep paying it as long as you need it. And that's a Peter Clement promise.
Touching stuff.
How long were you paying her, Peter?
Oh, bugger, I don't remember, a few years.
So generous.
No, not really, Eamon. It's barely a fraction of what I was getting paid to farce about on TV. I'm not joking, Eamon. Now it's changed for people like her. But you and me, we're drinking at the Frampton. How's that just, mate?
Well, I could certainly afford to pay a little bit more.
Then I've got more than I know what to do with. What about you, Eamon? Where's your cash?
I have a lot of children. Dorothy Hammerman, ladies and gentlemen.
So, how much is it going to cost me when you leave?
Oh, it's going to make your fanny clench, I promise you that.
Oh, well, had a good run.
In
Muzyczka się
1941,
zjebała, mam
long
wrażenie.
before Just the Job ever aired, you, like so many men of your generation, were conscripted into the army to go to the continent to fight. And it was on those very battlefields that the strangest of friendships was born.
Oh, Peter, what have we let ourselves in for? Oh, actually, that doesn't work.
It's your friend of over 40 years, the current Urkistanian... Oh, well, no, actually, no, we've had him. Yeah, play the music. No, still not true.
I'm Julia Salisbury. I'm running for Prime Minister.
Ah, that explains it. Yeah, I've no interest in politics. Over there.
Strange show.
It's just the job, I suppose. The whole industry's like this. You'll get used to it.
I'm not sure I want to.
Thank you for joining us. What's it like to be friends with Peter Clement?
Well, are we friends?
I bloody hope so, or I've made a dreadful mistake.
Well, they say that politics make strange bedfellows, but that couldn't be more true in our case. At first glance, it's like we're chalk and cheese, but dig a little and you'll find that we share the same core beliefs.
We both grew up poor.
Yes. I only went to Poshborough because of the grant programme.
Now abolished by Hamilton Man.
Yes, another rung of the ladder smashed out. When I saw the lives and experiences of
Ale
the privately
politycznie, kurwa.
educated, trust fund
Masakra.
children who make up more than 90% of Poshborough's intake to this day, well, it really opened my eyes to what inequality really means.
This is something that Julia and I hold very dear. You see, there is enough cake for everyone, but these posh twats are hoarding more than they can ever eat.
Just watch your language, Peter. The viewers will be phoning in complaints.
Ah, they've been bleeping me for years. Can't see it stopping anytime soon.
Julia something or other, everybody!
Julia something.
Always friends on everything else. Or we're doomed.
To being acquaintances.
Worse. Colleagues.
Well, it wasn't only just the job that brought you into the nation's hearts. Starting in 1977 and running every weeknight for almost 6 years, you brought that inimitable Peter Clement style to your eponymously named late-night chat show, Petey. Let's take a look at a clip now.
I was a runner on PT. It was my first proper job. And a couple of minutes back.
Same as before, Eric.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's all gone a bit news, hasn't it?
What do you expect when you interview the next Prime Minister?
I just couldn't believe. It was like a family. Until it wasn't.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure regular viewers will have noticed there's been something a little different about tonight's show. Normally on this show we have celebrities.
Everything okay?
Do you think I did the right thing, Eric? Shutting it all down for a career in politics.
Of course you did, mate.
Every one of
If you win.
is a novel
Reset, everybody.
written by your own hard times.
Ah, this one goes on.
I've done a few things.
Pomijamy to, bo to nie ma sensu kolejny raz oglądać.
You okay?
Why wouldn't I be okay?
Ah, good, good.
Would I not be okay because thus far we've had every single guest out in the wrong order?
Right, so you're not okay.
Let's see how this next piece goes, shall we?
Well, at least you'll make the papers.
To these last words, I couldn't
What's
love
that
you
now?
more.
The papers. This political stuff. This is front page news, Eamon.
Front pages?
Yeah, and probably pages 2 to 7. This is big, Eamon.
Mm-hmm.
You really should read the papers.
10 seconds, everybody.
What's the point? Can't do anything about any of it anyway.
Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Unforgettable stuff. But while you took all the credit, arguably, someone else did all the hard work, didn't they now?
Now that's not how I remember it. Petey always did his share of the work with me, if you get my drift.
I've no idea who that is. You? I've no idea who
It's on the tip of me tongue.
And it wouldn't be the first time. Oops, cheeky me.
Cherry slice.
I genuinely have no idea. I genuinely have no idea.
It's Chelsea Buns.
Of course it is.
Oh, play the fucking music.
Ale przecież zdecydowałem. Play the fucking music.
Right, there we go. Take a seat. Petey ran for nearly 6 years. Tell me, what was your favourite moment from all those shows?
From his late night chat shows.
Yep, that's the question.
I never watched them, love.
It ran every weeknight for nearly 6 years.
Even so.
Well, this is awkward.
Oh, it's not you, Peter, love. I'm sorry, it's not. It's just that, well, everything is so fucking expensive these days. I mean, look at the price of the lecky, price of everything, really. You know, they want to put me on one of those pre-pay meter thingies, you know, stop me falling behind again. See, the way I see it, though, is, well, it's about choices. Do I watch telly for an hour, watch your show, or, I don't know, do I have 3 boils of the kettle? That kind of thing. And you know what really gets my goat? It's that each year, everything just costs more and, well, they last less time. And I'm
No
not.
to jest akurat prawda, kurwa, nawet w naszym świecie.
I don't tell my own
Wszystko z roku na rok
I
coraz
got no
droższe jest.
savings.
A wypłaty jakoś średnio wzrastają. Nawet w ogóle czasem. Niektórym. To jest po prostu dramat tego świata.
Remember when we were kids, love? If you had a job, you could get by. But nowadays, even if you have got a job, you can barely keep your head above water.
Let me help you, Chels.
Come on, Petey. You barely remember my name. That's what they'll put on me gravestone, you know. Chelsea Wednesday. Disposable woman.
Oh, but I do remember you. Some persons hold that there is a wisdom of the head.
And a wisdom of the heart. I remember.
Let me help you, Chelsea. I've got money.
No, Petey. Thank you, love, but it wouldn't be right. Besides, I weren't asking for help. I was just explaining why I didn't watch a show, love. Hey, I bet it were great, though. Because you always were.
Chelsea Wednesday, everybody.
Chelsea Wednesday. Chelsea Bounce.
It's not right, Chels. None of it.
You do me proud, right? Or else I will go to those tabloids myself and I will tell them what we did the second time you took me under that stage.
Little Jimmy Chisel.
And so that brings us to last year, when you surprised the whole country by announcing you were giving it all up to form your own political party. And so, because the final bits of your life is always about the future,
Tune me up.
co-leader of... No, wait. Who's left? Yeah, it's got to be little Jimmy Chisel.
Should have been on second.
Sorry about that.
I could have been in the pub by now. And as for you...
Okay, excuse me there. Let's all just take a seat now. Take a seat. There we go. Well, let me ask you this. Do you think Peter Clement would be a good fit for politics?
Absolutely, yes. He's a two-faced prick. He should fit right in.
Jesus, LG, what's got your goat?
You have, you smug bastard. Been sat back there in the holding area watching this love fest on the monitors, and no one's got the guts to tell you to your face what you really are.
Oh, aye? And what's that, Jim?
You're a bully, Pete.
They were pranks.
Not to me. Not to me, they weren't.
Well, why didn't you say something?
I needed the money, pal. I was living in a shitty room above a curry house and you were eating truffles with your celebrity pals.
Well, we paid you, didn't we?
Yeah, but it weren't much. Not with my brother and his demands. He needed special care. And those adaptations to his house, they didn't come cheap.
Well, why didn't you say something? That could have helped you.
Oh, put your fucking checkbook away. I'm sick and tired of you salving your conscience with grand acts of charity.
That's not why I do
What's
that.
that what you're going to do if we elect you? Give everybody a right big fucking back check. How's that going to work? How's that going to work?
Oh.
Little Jimmy Chisel, everybody.
I trust I can rely on your vote, then. And you can sit your fucking sock up your arse and all.
Fantastic. Well, we've got a bit of a surprise coming up for you next, but before we do that, let's take a look at the current Peter Clement. Let's take a look at those debates from a few weeks ago.
We're going to invest record sums in health, education, and welfare. Of course, it may mean that we have to ask everybody across the country to dig into their pockets a little just to help us out.
Ridiculous. Mr. Clement, please control yourself. Mr. Hamilton, now.
This is a country that celebrates success, where if you work hard and apply yourself, you too can reap the benefits of your labours. And let's not forget, the rich pay more money in tax than any other section of society.
Well, if they want to pay less tax, they could choose to have less money. Hard work. Talk to me about hard work, Mr. Hamilton, man, with your soft hands and your silver tongue. You've never worked a day in your life.
I was Prime Minister for the last 3 years.
Not because you needed the salary, because you wanted to make the policies that ensured that your real wealth was protected, because that is what you lot do. You pretend you've earned it, but nearly all of you haven't. It was just there, all along. Your money makes you money while you play the great orator. You have built nothing.
I built a strong economy with significant foreign investment.
For who? Where is this growth that you keep banging on about? All I can see is the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. Well, enough is enough. You got too greedy, pal. And now you're going to lose it a lot.
Of course, our party understands that we must raise tax gradually, or we risk an exodus of all of the wealth creators.
Let them try.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said let them fucking try.
Well, in just 5 short weeks, we'll find out if those words hold true. But tonight, Peter Clement, these are the bits of your life. Take it away, boys!
When you're feeling destitute and just can't face the week, I've got just a job.
When you read the papers and it all seems pretty bleak, I've got just a job.
Mrs. when your walls are damp,
He always used protection.
he'll bring a load of scaffold up
And build a huge erection.
He'll get a damn good polling when they win the next election. 'Cause I just a job.
And we're out.
Well, I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be.
That was you being asked for an interview for the nightly news next week.
What now?
They called you in the song. You're going to be interviewed by Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, God, no. I hate that strange little man.
Strange little man.
Yeah, okay.
Petey, he's such a sweetie when he's on your TV.
Jest, ale to jest zapowiedź do kolejnego,
It's the number of blind dates I've
do
been on when
kolejnego
no one
DLC.
turned up, followed by the worrying number of lumps under my left arm, the date my childhood sweetheart married my best friend, the age my cat was when I ran him over, the number of conversations I've had with my father, and the exact time my mother walked out empty. So hard for me to remember.
Time w końcu. Dobra, dziękuję wam za oglądanie. Zobaczenia w przyszłych odcinkach. Cześć.